Look at this venue. What a remarkable scene for hopefully what will be a remarkable fight. We are live at Falkor Bay. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
It's time for our tale of the tape. First up, we have the Sandman, and they do have a speed advantage here. And they'll be facing Supersonic, and they will enjoy a power advantage. And they'll be fighting in the cruiserweight division, heavy-handed guys that move a little quicker than heavyweights.
We'll be talking about this fight for years to come. This is one of those classic fights that everybody wants to see.
Up first is the Sandman from the United States of America, and they hold the SCI Continental title, coming off a TKO win. Up against them, Supersonic from the United States of America, and they hold the SCI National title. The last time we saw them in action, they lost by a TKO. Let's see how they bounce back here.
As soon as the bell goes, don't blink. That fight could be over.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from the United States of America, wearing the red trunks with red trim, introducing the current Continental Cruiserweight Champion.
Usually you don't need a weather. And there's the bell for round one. Carries that jab away. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Straight right just misses. This fighter has a killer instinct. Just look at this KO percentage. Over 70% of their fights have ended early. They stop the hook there. Good counter punch. Failing to score with that right hook. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
This fighter loves throwing hooks. Their opponent has got to watch out for that. Do you believe what we're seeing? Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
On to the second round. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Punch, counter punch. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. You can see from the record, this fighter is fantastic and is really difficult to get past. Just missing with the uppercut. That jab misses. Real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Back and forth they go. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. No rest for the weary. Missing with that jab. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Get it started in round 3. Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well done with that counter shot. And they are delivering. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. No rest for the weary. Beautiful counter punch. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Jab not finding its target. His stamina is off the charts. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes we just saw.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put it.
There's the bell for round 4. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Throw out a lazy jab in this fight, you'll get knocked out. Straight right just misses. Big swing and a miss with the hook. Beautiful counter punch. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Hold it right there. And now going for the finish. We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Into the fray here in round 5. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
These two were made for each other. Punch, counter punch. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? And he scores with the counter. Very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Straight right just misses. How about that time counter shot? A perfect counter shot. Punches coming from every angle. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. It's no secret who has the advantage. Let's start the 6th. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not...
And down goes the Sandman. I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
Where did that come from? What a shot!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Apparently it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect...
And it's a supersonic boom as down goes Supersonic. It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
They're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe-for-toe or do they play defense here?
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
At some point, the corner has to say you're done. Both men getting off the canvas in that incredible round.
And they were heavy knockdowns too.
There's the bell to start round 7. Let's see how these two fighters respond after both got knocked down in the previous round.
One fighter got knocked down earlier, got back up again to knock him down. How are they going to walk back out of this into the next round?
Nice counter punch right up the middle. The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. This is a high-octane battle. I want to think of holding on here for a minute. Going to punch himself out, though. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. He just missed with that left jab. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
You cannot gas out if you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight. You have no excuse for gassing out.
There's the bell for round 8. That 1-minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Nice counter. Do you believe this? What a massive upset this would be. And down goes Supersonic. And as you can see here, a picture-perfect punch did the trick.
That's lights out right there.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
A knockout victory? That's not a knockout victory. That is somebody saying, I'm here. I've arrived. Try that again. It will happen all over again.
Good evening. We are live. First up,
This bout,
and of course, we fight outside today, Johnny, and that's going to put a little extra strain on. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. And now going for the finish. we're going to see the finish there.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
And he scores with the counter. Well done with that counter shot. They're both trying for a knockout. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter shot. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
Dominance without...
On to the second round. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They exchange punches. Everybody's got their eye on the champion. You have to defend that belt. Straight right just misses. Trying to circle away. Get out of dodge.
He knocked his opponent almost out of the ring. That's what you call stamping your authority. So if you're getting in there with him tonight, you've got to make sure, you know what? I've got to make sure I've got a landing match. Because this is going to be a tough night tonight.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just...
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Will the referee stop it? Thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough, tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. So much for defensive abilities. Well, there was no doubt. Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Swing and a miss with the left uppercut. They threw the hook. It didn't land. This fighter has a killer instinct. Just look at this KO percentage. Over 70% of their fights have ended early. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. is going bananas. Will they see a huge upset here? Didn't wait too long to get back and get engaged.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
And down goes the Sandman. We wondered how good his chin was, but no one's...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You okay?
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the...
Total domination with 10 seconds to go. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet. Can make it. On to the fourth we go. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
Hard, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything full bound because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Incredible work rate. They exchange punches. He threw a punch and just got countered. They exchange punches. This boxer is a real hook specialist. Their opponent has got to watch out for that. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. The Sandman is down. Blink and you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You all right?
So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, you're
So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. You gotta wonder. Here we go in round 5. Who's gonna land the first big shot? He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got a hustle now. He's got a bluff it.
Nice counter. This fighter has a very good win-loss record and will be tough to beat. Stumbling around in potholes, in serious trouble. Right back into the fray.
What recovery skills they are.
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. And is this the beginning of the end? A nightmare start to this, and they've dropped the Sandman. And look at that body shot. They couldn't have thrown it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're out. Not many people would have predicted.